What's up, guys? It's your girl, Victoria J from 12th Street Talk Back, where transparency is our love language. You guys know that transparency is very important to me because I believe it's the key to bridging the gap of communication in our community. Bridging the communication gap amongst our generations in our community has been very near and dear to my heart for a very long time. And I've been working feverishly to spark the hard conversations. As the world changes, people change, things change, life experiences can change us. Sometimes it can be hard to express yourself to your loved ones. We all suffered something during the pandemic, some more so than others. Emotions can be like a roller coaster. And that's why I'm grateful to BetterHelp. Thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this episode. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, and it's 100% online. With BetterHelp, you can tap into a network of over 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who can help you with a wide range of issues. To get started, you just answer a few questions about your needs and your preferences in therapy. That way, BetterHelp can match you with the right therapist from their network. Then you can talk to your therapist however you feel comfortable via text, chat, phone, or video call. You can also message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist is not the right fit for any reason, you can switch to a new therapist at no additional cost. With BetterHelp, you get the same quality and professionalism you can expect from in-office therapy, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you. More scheduling flexibility and more affordable prices. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/12th Street. That's BetterHelp.com/12th Street. I've also linked it in the description below. Let's start bridging the communication gap together. Welcome back to 12th Street Talk Back, Freedom Fridays Girl Chat. I'm Victoria J.
And I'm MizReRe. Of
And
course, time
she's
I'm
Miss
ready to say
Riri.
MizReRe, a train goes by.
You outside today?
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm under a tree. I'm
Girl, I need
outside.
all my gadgets. I know I keep promising y'all I'm gonna be outside, but I need all my gadgets. I just don't feel right without all my gadgets. I need my laptop, my mic, everything that goes on with it. I need my coffee cup right here beside. I just got too much stuff to
Girl,
take outside.
you say that, but I wish I could show y'all what everything I have outside. Like,
I see it.
yo,
Oh,
I
look
am
at
like
you. You
so
got your
stressed
feet out.
out.
What you
Girl,
got
yeah,
down
I
there?
done took off my little sandals. Girl, I got that. You see those 2 bags? I got 3 planners. That's my pocketbook. That's another planner. Girl, I got stickers, and that
Got your
ain't even
fan
all.
around your
Yeah, my little
neck.
fan around my neck. Then you come over this way, and it's more planners. It is more stuff. And those my
Well,
little accessories, my little I call it my traveling desk with my little scissors and all my little dangerous stuff.
God
I
got a
can't
plan
danger.
for you.
I can't danger you while planning.
Because you sure be planning. God got a plan for you. You ain't
Girl,
planning in
let
vain.
me tell you,
I
God
told you one
plans
day you
for man.
gotta
What?
one day you gotta give us a tour of that book room that you got with all them
Yeah.
planners.
I got all them planners. God is the main one. He commands. We can do a planner. I will plan like nobody business. Sometimes I just play with stickers. Sometimes, like because I've noticed, like I make myself laugh. You know them commercials. Do y'all? And they be like, eat a Snicker, like it'll calm you down or whatever. For me, it's to play with a sticker. Yo, I am like worse than waving food in
Stickers,
somebody's
patches,
face.
and
What? Yo,
stickers,
don't even come
patches, and
deep.
planners.
Don't come deep with it with that combo right there. I done lost my little freaking rabbit mind. You'll never see my little squirrel self again until I'm finished.
Well,
That's
that's
just
right.
it. I was outside, I think it was maybe yesterday or the day before last, outside sewing on patches and stuff. And that's what Miana
Mm-hmm.
was like, yo, Ma, you really got a patch jacket for every weather. She was like, do you know, like, it's too hot? And I'm like, the same way y'all be wearing your hoodies, why it's too hot for me to wear my vest? But y'all could
Mm-hmm.
come outside in your freaking hoodies and sweatsuits. Like, seriously?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can we talk
Mm-hmm.
about that one?
Can we talk about that one? Because I know Desi Show was walking around in 90 to 100-degree weather the summer she came home. And I'm driving and she like to walk everywhere she go. And I'm like, that look like my daughter because she got these headphones that look like Mickey Mouse headphones. And sure enough, she was walking down to the local shopping center. And I'm like, you need a ride? No. And she had on her purple hoodie. It was hot. I was hot for her.
Yep, that's it.
Oh,
That is
excuse me.
it. So I'm like, why we gotta be talking about my stuff? It's still the same. Sun is out. The sun is for you as it is for me. You ain't too hot.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be walking around in hoodies, and she wear them like she like to wear them. I call them little Sailor Moon, them baby doll socks, and then the little
Mm-hmm.
arm thing on her arms. And it ain't too hot for all that stuff. See my little motorcycle vest alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she call them. But
Mm-hmm.
I have a patch jacket for every weather there is. You know, I'm a patcher. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
patcher. So every
You're a
patch that
Girl Scout to the heart. You're a Girl Scout to the
girl.
heart.
So
But we
I was a Girl Scout before I even knew about a girl. Like now that I think about it, I was like, I was really always planning for this. This was meant for me. This was my season.
mm-hmm.
This was my season.
As we
So
say, God always knows best. We thank the Lord for being here today. I didn't even say the prayer. Lord, I'm just all over the
look at
place
we
today.
just talking. Go on.
I
We
ain't
just
even say
talking.
no prayer. Heavenly Father, we come to you right now in the name of Jesus. We thank you for the fellowship on this day. Father God, whatever we're doing in our lives right now, Father God, let your hands be in it. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We got to give him a quick thank you all
Amen.
the time.
Amen.
All the
All the time. You
time.
think not. In all
Yeah.
things. In all
These
things, we have to be prayed up in these streets. You
these
know, it's a
seasons.
fixed fight. It's a fixed fight,
Mhm.
but you still gotta fight. You know, the
Girl, the
best is yet to
battlefield is
come, but
look. The
girl,
battlefield is terrible. Girl, I'm in my season where Heavenly Father, today it don't feel good to be a particular people.
yo, you think nuts. Particular people or particular eggs, like that triple threat.
Oh,
We a triple threat, but sometimes that triple threat ain't like in our favor as
ain't
you get
in
what I'm
our
saying?
favor.
Like that. But speaking
I
of
mean,
triple threat, I like your hair. Wait, I know we kind of all over the we always all over the place. But you got braids.
I did my little crochets
Get
and
off of me. I got I got all kind of bugs crawling on me. Go for it. You got crochets. You
yeah,
crochet. Okay.
yeah, that's the crochets. And I took them and twisted them together and made them a little bit bigger the way I wanted them so they wouldn't be so many of them. And went on to our little family get together, and I said, well, Lord, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But everybody was like, oh, you gotta do my hair next, Auntie. Oh,
Look
sis,
at
you gotta
that.
do my hair next. I said, y'all know that I'm a cosmetologist. Y'all be going to spending all this astronomical money. Your girl sitting over here ain't
Look
got
at
no
that.
job.
Ain't that
I would have
something?
charged you 75% less than what you paid to get your hair done.
75% less and 100% better looking. I'm sure of it.
Yes, yes, but they itching so badly. I'm allergic to everything. I almost took them out
Oh
today,
Lord.
but I said I'm gonna give them a week. It'll be a week Saturday, a week tomorrow.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
it'll be a week tomorrow since I did them, but my skin gets irritated with everything. The last time I put braids in, crochets in, they left little bald spots everywhere where I thought it was itching. It was
Oh
actually my
Oh,
scalp was allergic to that hair. This is not as bad,
okay.
but I ain't gonna even test the waters because my
All right.
afro done got so big. I ain't trying to tear up my little hair. I mean, the protective styles are cute.
I hear that.
I'm gonna tell you because the weather, ooh, girl, mm, it's hot. It came
Let me
late,
tell you.
but it's hot.
Yeah.
And
It's, I thank God right now it's hot, but it's the this where we are right now, that breezy hot, I can take it.
uh-huh.
I mean, I'm gonna be appreciative for whatever comes because I mean that just intrigues me about how nature and Mother
Mm-hmm.
Nature knows how to change the seasons when to change like that. Just like that intrigues me. But
Mm-hmm.
this weather right here, where it's hot,
Mm-hmm.
it's not so hot, but it's just that nice breeze. This is everything right here. This is
Mm-hmm.
everything. I love it.
Well, it's pretty. It's
And
pretty. You done
I'll stay
found
outside.
got you a little blanket out there and you just done set
Oh.
up shop. But you
And
know
it's funny
what?
because even
Sometimes that's
Malika
what
be
we
like,
need.
be prepared. Malika's like, be prepared. She's like, don't forget your blanket. Oh, you're a Girl Scout leader. You're prepared. Be
Mm.
prepared. So she just kept making me laugh. She know. Yo,
No.
this little walker, oh my God. See, and again, that's sometimes you get things that you need and you don't know you need it.
Need them.
Yo, this walker should have never came in somebody like me. I'm just here to
I know.
tell you.
Because you done made it into
Now I know.
everything.
That's what I was going to say. Now I know God's intention was for me to just be able to lead on something and be steady.
Ah,
Yo, girl, this day be going grocery shopping.
you
Yo,
done
I
made it
be
into
having that.
everything.
What? Oh my God, you don't
I
even
already
know. Yo,
know.
they be laughing at church. Then my brother had the audacity to buy me another one, a
Yeah,
taller one. Oh, what the what? Please.
I already
That's the
know.
fancy. That's the nice fancy one. That's a yo, that thing got it might as well have rims. The wheels are so freaking big on that thing.
Mm.
Might as well have rims. So that's like, yo, I'd have that one definitely when I'm like, oh, I can't say I be singing a song in my head. I ain't gonna sing it. But that's how I am with that walker. So I walk, I use that walker when I know I'm definitely gonna walk, like be
Oh
out
yeah.
walking. Because and now like even my little walker is higher now, but that one that he got me is like you be like a rut, so you definitely don't have to like bend over at all. So if
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking far, and I say far but not, everything thank God is like near me, but when I know I'm just going to be out just really walking, I take
Mm-hmm.
the taller one. I take the taller
Mm-hmm.
one.
I see you been cutting on that hair some more.
Girl, and I was actually just doing it just now. Yeah, I had one of them hot
Because it's
flashes.
way
And I
shorter than it
said,
was the
yeah.
last time.
I said, I think I'm gonna cut it one more time, and then that's just gonna be it.
Yeah.
That's gonna
Yeah.
be. I don't want it to be no longer than jaw length. So I'm gonna cut it up some more because some pieces are not that long. Like
Yeah.
this weird. It was like some. Yeah, okay. This is the piece. No, that's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's some pieces that's like, oh, here's one. Okay, so it's like right here. So I
Mm-hmm.
might cut it up just a little bit more, so it doesn't.
Lord have
But yeah,
mercy.
I you know
You know
I
how
got
I feel
scissors.
about cutting of the hair. I don't like cutting my own hair. I be cringing when I get a little bit cut. I don't like cutting the hair. Now I did a couple years back. I think it's been about 2 years when I wanted to start all over because I was natural for a very long time. And I got a wild hair up my butt because I seen this girl and her hair was all pretty and flowing. And I said, well, my hair can do that. And it did do that. But the
Yeah,
relax I put in my head did not like the fact that it had been natural so long. So I told my husband, I said, just shave it all off. Just shave it all off. He didn't want to do it. So he came home one day and I had got hold of the clippers and I did it. and I let it regrow. And thank God I got my hair and my length back. I said, maybe this time next year, I'll start rocking my natural, but it's just a lot of maintenance. They pretty, but it's a
Not
lot of maintenance when it's natural. You got to comb through it and get it untangled, detangle, condition. It's a lot. And then with the sun dry it out, and you got to keep trying to keep it moist, and you're walking around like you got a jerry curl because you're dripping everywhere.
I tell people that all the time now. They think the solution is gonna be, oh, I'm just gonna cut my hair or I'll lock my hair and I won't have to worry about it. I'm like, and
Mm-mm-mm.
who told you that bunch of lies? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's a lie. It's a
It's a
lie
lot.
between the twisting and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lie. You
It's
still
a
have to,
lot.
man, because it's just like, I don't understand how people don't realize you still have to take care of your scalp. Like
Mm-hmm.
you still have to clean your scalp, your hair.
Mm-hmm.
Like your
Mm-hmm.
hair still grows from the base. Like, so there's certain things you still have to do. Like, who told you that just because you have braids in your hair, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to wash it? You may
Mm-hmm.
not have to wash it as much, but
Mm-hmm.
you still got to get that buildup off of it. Like, it's things you
Mm-hmm.
still got to do.
And it breaks you out too. But I tell you what,
So,
I found, and thank the Lord for it. I told you a few months back that I had signed up for the Curology trial kit because my face was breaking
hmm
out with the dark spots and stuff.
yeah,
So they sent me the whole kit, and it was trial. I think I paid like $12 for the trial, and then when it got
okay.
time for the full sizes, it was gonna be like $150 or something like that. I was like, Lord knows
Mm.
I can't afford that. But anyway, they sent me micellar water for
Oh,
me to
okay,
clean my makeup off before I cleaned my face with the cleanser and the moisturizer.
okay,
So it did good with cleaning my makeup off because I only wear my makeup maybe once or twice a week if I'm on here or if I'm going to church. I don't wear it every day. Long story short, I noticed that even when I ran out of the cleanser and the moisturizer, still
uh-huh.
using the micellar water kept my face clear. It got rid of the dark spots and all of that stuff that I was battling with, what I had went to get it for anyway. So I
Okay,
went to the Everything's a Dollar store, and they had just the regular micellar water. It looks like water, but it's micellar water, and it's becoming very popular. I started buying that a few months ago, cleaning my face with it instead of soap and water and stuff, and my skin is so clear. It's just my preference to wear makeup in certain settings, but if I don't want to wear makeup, I don't have to. But
okay.
I found out that I'm getting this micellar water, and even if I didn't buy it at the dollar store for $1.25, even at the drugstore, it's not going to be no more than $3 to $4. All this years, I've been spending money on
Look
different
at that.
cleansers, and all that I needed was something simpler as this micellar water, and it is doing so good. So then I found some shampoo that's got
Okay.
micellar water in it, and my
Oh,
skin,
wow.
it feels so good. It's like a pepperminty. It got some peppermint in it, but it's micellar water shampoo, and it lathers good. It smells
hmm
good. My scalp stay clean. Even the conditioner is nice. So I have switched everything over that I use on my skin now to micellar water. I have seen a big difference for only a couple of dollars, and I was spending money for creams
Look
and
at
stuff
that.
like that. And it's something just that simple. And I had
Look at
never
that.
heard of micellar water until I started using the Curology. So then when I noticed the difference in the micellar water, I said, I wonder if I can find that at the drugstore. And I just happened to be walking around the Dollar Tree one day, and I was in their beauty section because I'm always over there looking for some new nail polish or something. And they had rows and rows of just micellar water. And I said, I'm gonna get me 2 bottles and try it. I've been using that stuff ever since. That's what I clean my face with
Look at
faithfully.
that.
It gets
And
down
if
in the
in one bottle,
pores.
how long can you use that one bottle? Like how many
That one bottle usually lasts
applications?
me a month.
Look at that.
For the one bottle. Girl, I done
Look
stocked
at
up on it.
that.
You let me get down to 1 or 2 bottles under my cabinet. I go back to the dollar store and get 4 or 5 more. I probably got about 5 bottles in there now because I'm determined. If the Della store ever stop selling it, I'm gonna have me some.
That's it. Have your stash. And you
I,
know me, I like to find out like additional places that have it. And the
uh-huh.
most that I may have to be forced to purchase it if I know that that's going to be something that is going to be considered a need.
And that's what I said. I
Yeah,
said,
listen.
look, I might need to stop talking before somebody from Curology say we need to
Oh,
stop
you know
selling
they're
that
going.
micellar
No,
water.
not even just that. This is any old body. They're going. I'm gonna buy
But
it all.
that was
So,
the thing. That was the thing. Cause I think I look good without my makeup. My husband thinks I look good without my makeup. Any guy that I've dated said I like you better without your makeup. It's personal flaws. I don't like the dark spots. And it was just personal flaws for me. But with that being said, we lost MizReRe, but she'll probably pop back in a minute, guys. With that being said, it is a preference for me to use makeup because I like it as an enhancer. Me and MizReRe talked about this in the past, different ways of doing your hair, different ways of doing your makeup. We like it as natural enhancer. It does not mean that I'm not going to go anywhere without it. It just means like on Sunday mornings, I like to wear my makeup. I like to look good. It makes me feel good, but it's not something that I cannot live without. So with that being said, I don't know if we're going to get her back or not because I know she's been outside for a while in the progress of getting ready for this show. I know she had already been out and about, so her phone might have died and we might have to pick this up another time, but 12th Street Talk Back Girls Chat, we're still here. We had some technical difficulties. Life happens. Life happens. I had some things going on in my life. She had some things going in her life. We just couldn't get the recording date set up. I had definitely some technical difficulties, some challenges with on my end with my internet. I got new internet service, guys, and that's just what it is. Life be life, and but we are back. We have not, just stopped doing Freedom Fridays, but we just, life be life and out here. And MizReRe is back. I was talking to the people. I can't hear you if you got your mute on. It's about to rain.
no, I said I was talking to the people around me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So yeah,
Well, I was telling
girl,
the
life be
people.
life, and I could hear what you were saying. But yeah, life be life.
Mhm, I was just
When
telling them we
that's
took a
the
little break.
downfall I noticed when like when I'm outside and I'm on my cell phone. So
Mhm.
when people click in because outside of like the me doing, but it's funny because being a life coach and doing things like talking on the phone and stuff, I
Mhm.
noticed it's something that I've noticed, and this me noticing these things. It does it make it right? Does it make it wrong? Does it even make a choice? It's my how I see things. It's like every phone call I get outside won't have anything to do with anything that's business related, anything like that. It's
Mhm.
just like that's when life just decides to be life.
Life decides to show up.
Yeah, it's just like, and I guess that is the real this of
Mhm.
this and authenticity of it all is the fact that this is just real. Like,
Mhm.
yo, I can be hard. It don't be the same issues, the same urgencies, the same. But yo, you go outside, and then that's when things just
Mhm.
happen. Family, wise or related or whatever.
I'm gonna tell
But
you,
it is what it is.
my sister and a couple more people that watch the channel, they
Uh,
said, I've been missing y'all. I got on there and I didn't see y'all on there. I said, well, then good. When we come back, we can make y'all laugh some more. Like I was telling the people, life be life and schedules,
Yeah.
things go on and but if you like us and enjoy the conversation, you'll keep checking to see when we show up. I'm not trying to be unprofessional. If I can catch it, I'll put a little post out there, but life be life. And look, you don't know
That's
how
just
many
real
people
talk.
I have heard say that. My little Baltimore compadre, shouts out to Shakita. Way back in like March, I heard her
Uh,
say, life be life. And now, when you turn on the TV, everywhere you go, people saying that.
I can't, man.
I've
But that's
noticed
that's
that.
how it happens. That's how it. That's that. It'll catch on like wildfire, and it's
It
like
will.
you don't realize how much it's out there until you adapt it into your vocabulary, or
Mm-hmm.
you're more aware of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
you look out for it, you listen out for it more, and then that's when
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, oh, okay, and
Life
now
be life.
you adapt it. That's it.
And I
You
was
adapt
trying to
it.
restrain myself from not saying it, but you hear so many people say it. It's what it is. It's what it is.
It's the catchphrase.
It's catchy. It's catchy, just like social media. Girl, I didn't want to do it, but I looked at somebody else's show. And
Uh-huh.
I like him. He's a man of God. And he was just discussing the new social media platform Threads. That's
Okay.
new. And he was talking about the new, Instagram, Facebook, now Twitter, now it's Threads, TikTok. And they said within not even 7 days, I think it was 24 to 48 hours, 7 million people had signed up to Threads. I wasn't going to
Wow.
do it.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I joined. I wasn't going to do it, and he was saying the same thing. He was like, how much is too much social media? And he was saying, I wasn't going to do it. However, if you have a brand, like I have the 12th Street Talk back brand,
Mhm.
protect your brand. So if
Okay.
you're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or whatever as 12th Street Talk back, even if you don't use the new social media platform Threads, go ahead and claim your name, protect your brand.
Yeah.
That made
Yeah.
sense. But as far as having another form of social media to jump on, I ain't with all that. I ain't with all that. It's hard enough to keep up with the different pages that I do have just because of the show.
Mhm.
I'm not with all that, but I did go to claim my name. But as far as trying to post and build a new
Yeah.
page, I can't do all that. I'm already overwhelmed with the ones that I got.
That's the God's honest truth. I know that, especially with my Bronx parents autism support circle. I can't tell you because I don't know how to tweet, Twitter, or twat. I don't know how to do that stuff. But we have one for my for the Bronx parents, and basically the same thing. Is it's like you have to protect your domains and your name and all that other stuff because
Mm-hmm.
someone can adopt that same name.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it might be a different set of people, your
Mm-hmm.
brand is already out there. And then they
Uh-huh.
can just go on about whatever their life is about, but
Mm-hmm.
they're carrying that same name.
Mm-hmm.
So you get, like they say, you're guilty by association per se.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he
So
said that, when I started listening to him,
mhm.
um when he said that, because I was adamant, I was like, I am not signing up for another social media, nothing. I don't care what, because it's just too hard. I have a TikTok. I have a lot of people in the podcast community that say, Victoria, your morning inspirations will do well on TikTok. I can't handle my Facebook and Instagram, so adding something else to my plate, if my husband ain't fussing now because I have my phone in my hand 24/7, he would really be fussing then. Now, if my brand was big enough to whereas I had an assistant, of course I'd be on every platform because that would be their job. Make sure we're represented on every platform. But me doing it myself, I can't do it. But he did make me go back to where I bought my domain name from. And I
Mhm.
didn't have my hands in so many different things. I couldn't remember if I had secured my name. Well, I did. I secured it for 2 years. So when I pulled up my account is paid up to 2024.
Okay.
So, but he had me questioning that something, that I wouldn't have never really thought to check
Yeah.
on until then. So I was like, okay, I'm good. So I know when 2024 hit, let me go ahead and pay for another 2 years because my blood, sweat, and tears went into 12th Street Talk Back. My time
Yeah.
away from my husband, my time, I put time into this. So that
Yeah.
part he did make sense. But I just,
It
social
will,
media.
and it will give you a little bit of time as far as reminder. It will remind you because I know
Mm-hmm.
that with my I happy to move there in the Bronx Parents Autism Sports Circle, it will tell you that don't forget it's coming up or whatever
Mm-hmm.
day. So they will
Yeah.
send you reminders.
But they just put out something else for these kids to be glued to their phone on it as if they didn't have enough. They don't, the young generation don't do Facebook anymore. I was told Facebook is for old
Girl, that's
people.
for old people. Oh, that Jinx. Yes, it is. Miana was like, that's for old people.
Yep. I went to our family gathering last weekend, and that's what the kids was saying. I was telling
Yeah.
them, I said, now that I got all my family together, y'all better go and follow me on all of my platforms. Go to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, wherever you listen to your music, because I know y'all have y'all cell phones in y'all hand 24/7. Sign up right now. And the young people was like, Auntie, Facebook for old people.
Yep.
So I
Miana
guess
said it
that's why
too.
all of us old heads are on there. They done moved on to TikTok and Instagram, and now this new thing, Threads, and poor Twitter is hanging on by a shred. Elon Musk
I am,
trying.
I ain't never, I, I have never, I haven't, I haven't.
I have a Twitter page. I opened a Twitter page when Twitter was very popular. I never did anything with it, but when I started my podcast a year ago, I found out that a lot of podcasters meet over on Twitter. And
Okay.
that's just all it is conversations. It's some other random stuff on there, but I know on my end, if I'm getting messages from people or
Mhm.
things that go down my feed, it has to do with podcasting. Now it's some random mess out there because I didn't have people jump in my inbox talking about I can pay you $3,000 to be my sugar mama, and I'm like, girl, do you know I'm a girl? People just be doing the most.
I have never been on what's that other one? TikTok.
You ain't
Now
never been on
outside of
TikTok?
nope, outside of like if somebody send me something, well not to send me something, if somebody want like for instance my aide, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Wanda, she might be looking at something or whatever, and she'll say look, and I'll look at it. But
Mm-hmm.
like for me to just directly like go on there or whatever, I've
Mm-hmm.
never, nope,
Mm-hmm.
never, ever, never. Yo, he just fell into the trash can. I swear to God, I wish I would have known that
No,
was
you
happening.
did.
Yo, he just fell. Oh my God, why my phone went black?
Oh
Oh
my God,
my
you
God,
froze too.
yo, I
You
know. Did I
froze
really?
too.
It's my phone. You
Mm-hmm.
see, God don't like ugly.
See, that's
See that God don't like
because you was
ugly.
getting ready to show us that too,
Because I
wasn't
was sure, yes, I was. I was going to try to turn it. See, because the bike, I was trying to turn the bike, at least the bike,
you?
because he crashed into the freaking trash can,
You
and the bike was just laid
stupid.
in.
You
The bike was.
stupid. I can't with you. I can't with you. I cannot with you. I can't with you. Because that's why you don't need to be outside messing with the
Yeah,
phone.
the bike though. If you could, the bike was funny by itself because you could tell something must have happened to somebody the way the bike was laying by the truck.
Stupid. I can't.
I
I
can't.
can't.
I
I
can't.
can't.
He
I
no, he
can't.
can't. He
Well,
can't.
he could. He could. He
But yeah, that
could.
is that the thing down there. They have the city bikes up here. Like it's bike ramp things everywhere here now.
Yeah. Yeah, like, are you talking about like in the street where they got the side of the street for bikers only? Is that what you're talking about? Yep.
No,
That has become,
no, they have that here, but they have it where you can rent a bike.
well,
Like
no,
everybody, they bikes it. Yo,
some places I did see them in Greensboro downtown where they have a section
okay,
where you can rent the bikes. But the big thing here is the scooters. You can rent the scooters, put a quarter
they got the
in
scooters
there
here
and get a
too.
scooter.
Yeah,
Yeah. And but you know
yeah.
what the big thing has become down here, which I hate? Those roundabouts. Going
What's
in a
up?
circle to branch off left or branch off right, and you gotta wait. They are putting them in every neighborhood on every street. They're
Wow.
roundabouts. You know what I'm talking about? You go around in a circle, but you can branch off to the right or you can branch off to the left, and
Oh,
you
that's
got to
making me
yield.
think about that movie. The
They're
Griswolds.
they dropping them roundabouts everywhere, and it's tearing my nerves up because really it's worse than running a red light. If somebody don't
Wow.
stop and theirs say yield, and you thinking they yielding, and you go and they don't yield, that's just an accident waiting to happen.
It's definitely accidents waiting to happen if they just do something new and you're already
Mm-hmm.
used to doing something else and then they do
Mm-hmm.
something new. That's definitely, and I'm not even a driver, but I know enough to know that I ain't. Yo, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it wasn't the rule before.
Look, my daughter hate them. She want, she's a new driver. And she like, Mom, I'll be like, stop at the Lowe's. She's like, I'm not going by that roundabout.
Hmm.
She'll go all the way down to Walmart to get whatever I ask her to pick up before she come over here. And Lowe's is like literally next door to me in the shopping center. I could walk to Lowe's. I have before. And she like, I'm not going around that roundabout because it's confusing. But
Wow.
they're plopping them everywhere, Miss Riri. That and speed bumps.
Wow.
They plopping them everywhere. But I guess it's to slow down people because I told you it's been
Yeah.
a lot of
Some
crime in
accidents and stuff.
Winston.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of
Especially
crime, I guess.
if it's drinkers or whatever. They try to help
Hmm.
slow them down.
Girl, well,
The
I
drunk
told you,
driving and stuff.
I don't know what happened to the little guy in my neighborhood. I know he used to be drinking and driving all the time, little Hispanic guy. And he was sweet as he wanted to be when he was sober. And I don't know if he wasn't sweet when he was drunk because I ain't never really interact with him like that, but you could tell by all the multiple beer cans that he got his drink on. And we would go outside in the morning and his car would be parked sideways and not in the parking
Wow.
space. Like it was like, I thank God I made it home. Well, he backed
Wow.
into my car and left his grill marks there. I never get an opportunity to talk to him about it because they done locked his butt up. I don't know if one of the neighbors said they deported him. The other one said he in jail, but he got arrested a couple of times for drinking and driving. But for the
Wow.
last few months, he been MIA. So either they kept him this time and the judge gave him some time, or they deported him. But all
Or
I
they
know is he ain't
deported.
been in the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Well, God
But
bless him and safety to those that, wasn't harmed while he was on the road.
right. Because I'm going to tell you, if you would have seen that car, you would have been like, dang,
Wow.
he barely made it home last night. It wasn't nothing but the grace of God. Some of the times we would come out and the way his car be parked, you could tell he was like, I made it home. So,
Mm.
you just never know. I was talking, who were we talking about? I was talking to somebody about the Antichrist. And I said, you know what? That's what I feel about social media is one big ball of Antichrist. And they started laughing. I said, for real, because when something catches on, whether you
Wow.
like it or not, you get pushed in that direction. Whether you
Yep.
like it or not. Whether you like it or not, like, look how long old people said they was never going to these modern day phones. They love their flip phone. Now, girl, you lucky if you can find a flip phone.
You got to keep them gates in attendance. You got to walk because you just never know. It's like I said, my favorite book. You got to be careful because everything that them little pigs fought against in the animal farm, they
Oh
ended up
yeah.
representing by the end. So
Yep.
you got to be careful who you don't like and what you do despise and all that other stuff because
Mhm.
everything you fight against, you end up becoming. Because
Girl,
even even with, we'll say that with social media, a lot of the older people may not have wanted to go to it, but you're forced to it.
yep.
You're forced
Mm-hmm.
to it,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to keep up
I
with
s-
the times.
I started out talking about social media, and I've always had some social media account, but I ain't never did no lives, and I was anti against it. But guess what? If you don't have a social media account and you trying to sell or do something, ain't nobody trying to hear you. They'll see it on social media before they come to your
That's
store.
it. I was against it. What was it before FaceTime? I forgot what that social or whatever all that stuff was. I was like, don't nobody need to see what I'm doing all the time. Yo, I was the biggest hater of all of that stuff. And one of our friends had sent me a friend request, and I accepted it by mistake, like not knowing what Facebook was, or like
Mm-hmm.
why it would have. Man, you, I was the wrong person to make that mistake. Life
Mm-hmm.
just opened up for me like a whole, like a
Mm-hmm.
freaking new blooming onion. But now
Mm-hmm.
I will go as far as to say, even to this very day, I don't have a zillion and 10 friends. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
people that I don't know. I don't have anybody on my Facebook that has not sat across the table from me,
Mm-hmm.
or I would sit across the table from. I don't have a friend of a friend of a friend. I don't have little friends. Like, I just don't do all of that stuff. Now, who I have
Mm-hmm.
on my business accounts, then that's what you would know me as. And that's how, because nothing more is happening for me on my business as it is on my personal. But I just
Mm-hmm.
happen to have met you through my business. So you'll stay over there.
Mm-hmm.
There's no need for me to have you everywhere because we're not friends like that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still deep into that. And I try to keep my Facebook. My goal is to never be over 150 people. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
many I have, honestly, because I stopped. Back then you'd be like, I'm dead serious. But I don't watch it like that now. But in any event,
Mm-hmm.
everybody that's on my Facebook, I I know personally,
Mm-hmm.
even if I just met them a few random times throughout Girl Scouts. And again, if I know you through Girl Scouts, then you would be on that my Elemental Peak club site,
Mm-hmm.
because that's Girl Scouts. But if I did actually formulate a relationship with you and
Mm-hmm.
we ended up being friends per se or whatever, then I might make that exception to have you as my on my personal. But outside of
Mm-hmm.
that, I keep people business. My Bronx
Yeah.
parents, if I know them through my autism walk, it's on my autism page.
I'll
If I
tell
know
you
you through
what,
my Girl Scout walk, you're over there.
I made a mistake of doing that, of accepting random friends of a friend of a friend of a friend. And I started
Mhm.
deleting and deleting and deleting here recently. I was
Because it serves no
accepting friends
purpose.
requests on the face of my podcast. The more people you know, the more people listen. But I quickly found out the
That
more
ain't
people
true.
you know is not true, that's the more people gonna listen. Some people are doing the exact same thing you're doing. They just trying to build up their following. They don't care about what
Yep,
you're promoting or what you're selling. They're just trying to build up your following.
that's the
And
truth.
then I all this tag you in the stuff. I don't know how many accounts I had to untag myself out of. 98 to
Wow.
100 people saying you with Miss Riri and Miss Riri selling donuts. I ain't with Miss Riri and I don't know Miss Riri. So what I stopped doing is I stopped accepting requests. They can follow me, but I stopped accepting a lot of requests. And if you decide you want to follow me, that's fine with me. But if you don't follow the show and I don't really know you, I don't particularly see a need to have you on my personal Facebook page.
That's the
Now,
truth.
with that being said, I do have a 12th Street Talk back page, and I will follow you back on that because all you're going to get on that page is 12th Street Talk back stuff.
Business related stuff. Exactly. That's
But
it.
my personal page, I started deleting people for nothing else. And another podcaster said that he sent out a notice and he said, if they don't follow your brand, why are they friends with you? And it really made me
Yeah.
think, if they're not listening to your stuff, why are you friends with them? Delete them.
You but prior to me being a part of the Bronx Parents as one of the co-founders, everybody was like, "Oh, this is what you gotta do, and you need to do, and you write the book, and you do this, and I'm gonna support you, and da 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 da, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that." And then you step out on faith. Thank God
Mhm,
that you step when you step out
mhm,
on faith, because if you step out
mhm.
on the
For
promises
people.
of men and what they say is going to happen, you would be a screwed up somebody.
Mhm,
So I say all that to say, if I had stepped out on this autism walk on my own and did not wait to have my two additional co-founders and all this other stuff, you would find out that it's very lonely out there.
oh, yeah.
Very lonely out there.
Mhm,
Now, of course, I'm only assuming because I don't know what God would have done for me in that season.
yeah.
But I will tell you this, not trying to go against him or move ahead of him. I'm glad that I waited,
Mhm,
because in that wait, that there was still movement in that wait. And
mhm.
now the women that are standing to my right and to my left are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love my two co-founders. I
And
love, and I'm going to go ahead and say it once again. I love my two co-founders. It's very hard to work with women for years. And actually, 4th of July, we just celebrated our 10th year anniversary.
yeah, I know.
But
Congratulations
we
on air.
all know our lanes. Thank you. We know our lanes.
Yeah.
And I'm very big on talking about that. And we don't try to like overshadow nobody. Nobody's
Mhm,
trying to embarrass nobody. If somebody
mhm,
does an interview, nobody's there. Like if somebody's doing a press conference, nobody's trying to
mhm,
block that. Like we do it. We're not stopping anybody from growing. Be with my
mhm,
our happiness movement. They have their personal blog things. Like nobody's trying to block anybody's otherness. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like
mhm,
it's just a beautiful
mhm,
relationship that I have with them.
mhm,
And I thank God for it, because it's not as common as you would like it to be or like to
mhm,
think that it is, that women
mhm,
work together
mhm,
so very well. So very well.
mhm,
And we do.
mhm.
We do. And
Well,
it's a beautiful relationship.
you know that, I know that, and you were the ones telling one of the ones telling me when I first started the show, Victoria, you don't need nobody with you right now. And of course, I thought otherwise. You told me, my husband told me, my sister told me, you're doing fine just by yourself. And as it has not quite been a year, but some of the stuff that I see, I'm
Mhm.
glad that I took y'all advice, because I'm the captain of this ship. If I
There
say
we
I don't
go.
want to make a show, I don't have nobody getting mad at me because I don't feel like I want to make a show. If I have a certain topic I want to talk about, I don't have nobody getting mad at me because we're not in agreement. But I heard somebody say that in I was listening to one of my ministries, and I ran across this thing on YouTube earlier today, and she said, a lot of people are going to get mad at me. And she said, especially Black women. She said, but this has been in my spirit. And it wasn't nothing new. We've all heard it. But she said, I'm just so sick and tired of us women not being able to support each other. She
Yeah.
said, I was just with a friend that she didn't know the lady, but she knew of the lady through somebody else that didn't like her. And this particular lady has a boutique. We all needed outfits, but she didn't want to buy from this lady's boutique. She rather ordered online,
Wow.
risk it not coming
Ain't
in
that
time
something?
for the event because of she didn't know her, but because somebody else that she knew didn't like
Look at
her,
that.
she didn't want to buy from the lady's boutique. And she said, we do that all the time as women. We can't support one another in what we do. She said, and I'm just so sick and tired of that. And like I said, it was nothing that she said is nothing that we all haven't talked about as women. But
Yeah.
I think it's more common with us African American women, I don't know why we can't support each other like we should. And just like you were saying, piggybacking off what you were saying just now with your co-founders, y'all don't step on each other's toes, y'all don't get in the way. And if we all develop that mindset, we all can eat from the same table, working together, if we don't look at each other with that green envy in our eyes. Like,
But
oh,
see
she's
that
getting more
that's
limelight
that's
than
what
me.
happens when you want to be the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. And then what's so funny, sad is, well, you're not really that great at being a butcher or a baker.
Mm-hmm.
Stick to being a candle maker. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal. Like no one makes a
Mm-hmm.
candle like you. Like why you gotta
Mm-hmm.
be over here in the baking lane? You can't even
Mm-hmm.
freaking bake. Like why?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But see, people want to put their hands into so many pots and so many things. And then when you fumble at something and something goes bad, then you'll be remembered at that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going to remember me and talk about me, talk about my greatness. And if I'm great at making a candle, I'm going to make the best darn candle you ever smelt in your life.
No,
You're going to be
know
talking
that's
about
right.
my candles for the rest of the freaking days. You're going to
You
be talking
know
about that.
that's right.
You ain't going to be talking about my burnt cookies because I don't belong over there.
But you're right, though. It reminds me of that story in the Bible about the baker and all of them that was locked up together. And when the cook and the baker and stuff came back upstairs, he had a purpose. He served that purpose to tell that story so that somebody could hear it, so they could go get. So that's just like with this. I stumbled upon this. I hated my voice. Being a black girl in high school and all of that stuff, and get on the telephone and the kids used to talk to me and say, "Oh, you sound like a white girl." I had no idea that God was going to put me in podcasting and people receive my voice like that. But that was a talent that I didn't know that he had given me. I thought my talent was always hair. Now I can do my hair, and sometimes I can do basic hairstyles. But to look at me, to some of the hairdos I do, you think I was the baddest hairstylist in town. I'm quick to tell you, I might can mimic it. It may not turn out like that picture. That's my hesitation on doing hair, even though I went to school for it. I can do my hair because I know how I want to look, but I'm not really comfortable at doing your hair, because if it come out the wrong way, you're going to hold me accountable. If it come out the wrong way on me, I know how to go back to the sink, wash it, and do something different. With that being said, my family members, Victoria, you should have been doing hair. That was your calling. It may be so, but I wasn't comfortable doing it. We all have our
That's
niche.
whatever you're comfortable at doing in it's second nature, that is your calling. See, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where we get kind of messed up, is if you can do a lot of things, you just think you're supposed to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's a limitation to how far it goes. Like you just said, I can do my hair. That don't mean that you need to be out there like here, I can do it. Like no,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you got to just know how great you are for you, and that
Mm-hmm.
greatness is not necessarily meant for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That might be your thing for you to do for you.
Mm-hmm. That's
That's a
just like,
really big dog.
well, you better get your stuff up. I don't do very well.
Yeah.
I don't do very well with other people's animals. Let
Yo,
me
what is
just
that?
say
It
that.
was a movie, Max. Oh God, what movie was that? He was his name was Max.
Was it the
Oh my,
cartoon?
no, it was a movie.
I don't
His name
know.
was Max, and he wasn't a bad dog. He was like a Cujo dog,
Oh no, no,
but
no, no.
he
Don't
ended
do
up
them either.
he ended up being like a killer. I think I think he held somebody hostage, but he didn't do it bad, intentionally bad. He was just, oh my God, now you know I'm gonna be
Now you're
trying
gonna
to
have to
find
look
that.
it up. Now you're gonna have to
You know
look it up.
I am.
Well,
But my tour is about to come to its end.
I
The
know.
husband was driving, and I had an appointment for Leica today, and the car stalled. You know, I'm not a driver. I don't know about this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But in any event, the battery shut off and it wouldn't turn over. So he
Mm-hmm.
had to get a job. Now, how this happened, what's so funny is this guy was ahead of him and kept hitting his car because he was trying to get a couch out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael said something funny to him or whatever. And the guy went about his business to do the movie. But by the time Michael tried to turn on the car, it wouldn't turn over, whatever. He needed the guy to give him a job. And so that just goes to show how you never know how and
Mm-hmm.
why. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, it ends up that Michael can actually utilize this young man and in his, you know, he in his business or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't know what relationship
You-
will come out of that. If he was just that angel for that moment, and we may never
Mm-hmm.
ever see this young man again. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you just don't know how it
Uh-uh.
plays out. But in
You
any
know.
event, his battery is still under warranty, and
Oh, that's
he
good.
is he wants to, well, that's what he believes. So hopefully God's will that is actually the case. And he can go down to the place and they look at it or do whatever it is that battery people do, you know. You're
It's
young.
about battery people.
I don't know. They do whatever it is that battery people do,
Oh
and
God.
it is well in our soul.
Oh
It is
God.
well in our battery, and that be it.
Well,
So it'll be time for me to go put my mother hat back on. I don't have to put my cook hat on because I cook
I know, and you know
the
we
other
could
day.
talk for days and get
And
and lose
yeah,
time, but for those of you that follow us, continue to follow us, continue to look for new content from Miss Riri and myself. She out in them streets. Your girl thought she was gonna be out
yeah.
in them
I'm gonna tear
streets,
these
but them
streets up.
streets
I'm
in
gonna be tearing
Victoria
these
don't
streets
mix.
up.
But
I'm
I
tearing these
do have
streets
some
up,
great
even if
things
I'm
coming.
just across the street by my house, because I have a lot of nice things happening. Oh, then
Mm-hmm.
this is a cute little dog. This looks like
Mm-hmm.
Spud McKenzie.
Well,
Let's
you'll be
see.
out. Look,
Spud is over there.
who would it want to? What it Hope say? Hope said, leave it to Miss Riri to be on location.
I
So
can't.
you'll be
Oh,
our
we gonna get her
location
on
girl.
here. Cause I'm always on my her. I'm gonna get her on. I'm gonna get her on here. You know,
Oh,
you know, she don't like people. Yeah, I said it.
mm.
She'll be on here. I'm gonna get her. That's my baby. That's my baby. That's my god sister. That's my baby, y'all.
Well, we love you guys. We gonna sound off for today. Keep us in your prayers and we'll keep you in ours. Don't forget to head on over to
Yes, yes,
Spotify, Apple,
yes.
Amazon, Good Pods, Castro, Podbay. And now we on something called Buzz Horn. And I got my own 1-800 number, girl, for my 12th Street Talk Back show. Picture that. Didn't even know it.
Hold on now.
I
Go,
like free.
go
Look,
now.
I like free.
Free works for me.
I
That's another
like
thing.
free.
Y'all gonna be seeing me in a lot of them streets because here in New York they have this ID NYC, and it gives you free memberships to a lot of the organizations, museums, or whatever have you here in New York. So if it's free, it
Mm.
works for me.
So
So
if they
y'all be
let you in
seeing me
there
in them
with your cell
streets.
phone, we gonna have to do some quick little clips, and I'm gonna have to edit it and put it in there
Exactly.
in some of our Freedom
Exactly.
Fridays. Because at that museum that you was in real quick, the Harry Potter Museum, that would have been great if you could have snuck and did some stuff in there, and we could have slipped it in.
Oh,
But next
you
time,
don't
we
be
got the
telling me
rest of
that
the
because you know
summer.
I'll go back.
I'll
That
say
is
you
it.
are, like Hope say, you are location girl. You know, guys, she ain't scared of nothing. I ain't even gonna begin to tell them about our Jamaica trip. Bye, y'all. We will catch you.
Bye, y'all.
We gonna let the innocent stay innocent.
What happened in Jamaica stays in
Stays in
Jamaica.
Jamaica. Peace and blessings to you all. I'm Victoria J.
And I miss
And
Riri.
we're gonna do that one more time. I'm Victoria J.
And I miss Riri. I ain't see that
Oh,
last time. Did I say it
girl,
out?
boo.
Yo, I'm gonna get that so on point one day. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh, for real? She's on point like that.
She got it
I'm
this
gonna get on
time.
point.
Peace and blessings,
I
y'all.
got
Till
it.
next time.